Hey guys, Chris from Hockey Tutorial here, and today this is probably one of the first videos that we've ever filmed actually on the ice in the city that we live in, which is Cambridge. Now what we're going to be doing today is taking a look at the new stick from Bauer, the Nexus range, or the Nexus range, however you like to pronounce it. I know I'm going to get slayed in the comments. We're going to be looking at the 2N Pro, which was the previous season's top spec, against the brand new Nexus GEO. Going to be looking at if there's a difference between these two sticks, the way they perform, the way they feel on the ice, and if the new stick is worth picking up. So before we jump on the ice, let's head back to the studio, look at the technology that's been incorporated in both of these sticks, and then head back to the ice with Tommy to see exactly how they perform and which one of these sticks is better than the other. So when we look at the technologies in the 2N Pro that have been carried across, the first thing is going to be that Duraflex, which we saw in many iterations of sticks from Bauer before. They're also still continuing to use TechStream, which is that construction process that utilizes 20% lighter and stronger carbon fiber. And we're also still seeing the monocomp construction technology. If you're wondering what that is, it's a compression molding process that eliminates the fusion point between the blade and the shaft. So essentially a proper one-piece stick. So that aside, looking at the GEO stick, what is brand new in this stick? The first thing is going to be that ER spine, which is what's responsible for that five-sided shape of this stick, which is pretty unique, and of course something that we've seen in the ADV range of sticks and also the Ultrasonic stick from Bauer. Now, that being carried across onto the Nexus or Nexus range, what does that do for the performance of the stick itself? Now, the first thing that you're going to notice the second you pick the stick up or take it out of a box is going to be how nicely that stick shaft contours to the shape of your hand because of that five-sided geometry. That's automatically going to allow you to have better grip on the stick and be able to lean into it much harder and much more, I guess you could say, aggressively while you're shooting, which is going to have an impact on the way that you shoot and also how much fun you have while you're shooting as well. What Bauer have been able to do here with this five-sided geometry is also remove layers of carbon fiber in key loading areas of the stick. Now this is not only going to help the stick to be much more consistent, it's also going to reduce the overall weight of the stick. Depending on which size and which setup stick you get, this stick comes in at 390 grams, which is a big difference from what we saw from the previous generation of Nexus sticks. In addition to this, Bauer also claims that the ER spine technology will allow the energy to flow better and more efficiently from the shaft itself to the puck, resulting in more power when you're shooting. Another technology that's carried across from the 2N Pro into the GEO is going to be the ACL technology, which is lightweight carbon fiber placed in strategic zones in the stick to reduce its overall weight. So we're still seeing a lot of those key technologies carried across from the 2N Pro featured in the brand new GEO stick, but the main standout feature for sure is going to be the ER spine, which has numerous benefits and really does alter the performance of this stick. But of course, when we jump onto the ice with Tommy, we'll see if he's able to feel the difference between the older Nexus and the brand new one, and see which one of these two sticks is the better one. Now, of course, this stick being from the Nexus or Nexus family of sticks from Bauer means that it is a mid-kick stick. Regardless of all of these new adaptations and alterations they've made to the construction, it still is a mid-kick stick. Now, of course, we're not going to miss out the blade of the stick. The major change that we're seeing here, I'm not sure if it can be called a major change, but now this is going to be called, in terms of the way it's constructed, is the Omnicore from Bauer. This essentially features a dampening layer in the stick blade to enhance the puck feel. Now, again, this is something that we're going to have to put to the test when we jump onto the ice to see how big of a difference all of these new features make to the performance of the brand new GEO stick.
The 2N Pro is nice, it's light, it's easy to pick your spot with, and it looks cool as well, that's always a plus. But I think the main thing it has over others is it's quite light, but it's not too light. It's not like fly like light where you feel like you have nothing in your hands. Because for me I can't play with that, because you have nothing in your hands and it's hard to know where the puck is. But it was that good medium where it's not too heavy, but not too light. Yeah, the shooting was easy. I mean, it was easy to pick your spots with. It was an easy release. I mean, you see one of the clips. It was straight top corner. It's not hard. It's just a nice quick release. That's pretty much it for the 2N Pro. The GEO's nice. The GEO is really nice. It's an all-round stick, to be honest. And coming from a CCM guy, that's a lot. and it might actually be my next #1 stick, which is it's paining me to say. It is paining me to say, but it is really nice. Stick handling really easy. Shooting's, it's even easier to shoot with than the 2N, and it's got a little bit more weight to it, I think, than the 2N. But like I said, that's kind of nice. And the shape of it, when you go to take a slap shot, this little hexagon fit just sits in your palm nicely. I think that sort of gives you like assurance to lean onto it, if you know what I mean. In terms of what I don't like, I actually don't think there is anything. This is a really nice stick, and it's actually really painful to say that, but it is really nice.
How do you VS it against the previous gen? So if you're somebody that has the 2N Pro right now, do you think it's justified to move over to the Geo? Like
I think you probably would want to go up, to be honest. Just because it's got that little bit extra weight behind it, and this little hexagon fit sits in your palm nicely when you're shooting. And it just gives you a little bit more reassurance that you can lean into the shot a little bit more. And like I said, it's just more comfortable to sit in your hand. It sits in your palm really nicely. So if I had the 2N, or the 2N Pro, sorry, I would move up to the Geo for sure. I know my dad's face is behind is like creasing because maybe using a Bauer stick.
That's a disappointed dad right there.
I don't care, if it scores me more goals, then I'll take it.
As always, guys, a big thank you for watching the video all the way to the end. If you want more information on any of the sticks that have been featured in the video, please click down below in the video description where you'll find a link that will give you more info and also where you can pick them up. A big thank you to the team here at Cambridge Ice Rink for making the video possible. A big thank you to the manufacturers for making this video possible. As always, thumbs up, subscribe so you can stay up to date with all of the videos that we post, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, guys.